Aiya, I got no time to manage my money lah. Later lah, later. I've got a million of ideas on how to generate income and manage my money. But where am I gonna start? Where am I gonna start? Now here's how you can challenge yourself. Powered by 100x, we have come up with a 21 days bite-sized challenge whereby it's gonna give you guidance on how you can build your financial awareness. Leverage on your current network, maximizing your skill sets, creating a financial action habits to know how to let money work for you. With just 5 to 15 minutes every single day, you'll be able to develop a whole new blueprint to help yourself to be more intelligent financially. Now, this is also going to help you to rediscover, hey, what's the hidden potential in you? Here's what our previous challenges have to say.
The most important thing is to find a group of people or like-minded people to be able to push you. The breakthrough that I got was that action is important and you need to actually start doing something, not just saying that you want to do it.
This 21 days challenge has helped me to understand my financial status better. Before that, I always find that I have to work, get for money, and yet I do not know how much actually expenses that I need to cover, and then how much is the income that I can actually offer.
For me myself, I only know how to save money, but along the way I find myself and I'm able to actually build a new pipeline according to what I am actually looking for.
The good thing that came out of it is now I'm a little more aware about my money habits. I also know how to figure out the triggers, also how to take action around them. For that, I'm very grateful. The two of them have provided a lot of support.
If you want to make a money habit change right now, sign up now and we will see you in our challenge.
Hey everybody! Oh yeah, hey guys, welcome to Sunday Fix My Marketing session. Alright, today is going to be very interesting. We're going to invite, we have a guest speaker, and who's going to talk about email marketing. Right, so before that, we head to there. Hi guys, tell us, let me know that you are here. Let me know that you are here, and just type in something in the comments. Who are you? Things like that. And then spam the like button and share this live to as many people as you can. Right? These are the people that you want to share with. You want to share with people who are your friends, obviously. People who are your business partners. Okay, you want your business partner to know, hey, actually, email marketing, maybe you can do something. You want to learn something about it, and you can also share to your boss. If you're working under someone, then maybe your boss is not utilizing email correctly, or maybe he's like simply just send some random email out lah. Are you sure that's what you want to do? So yeah, just maybe share this thing to your boss, and then help him to come in. Then maybe we can help you change his mind to maybe get you increase more sales, then you can become employee of the month, things like that. Right? So yeah, spam in the comments. Let us know that you are here, and then spam the like button also. I don't know where to point, but I think it's that side. Yeah, and also 100x goes live actually every day, so you can click on the notification icon. There is a bell icon somewhere. I think it's on that side. Each time we go live, you'll be notified. All right. So just let you guys know, my name is Benjamin. I'll be your host for today. Today's the Fix My Marketing session. Every Sunday is a session where we usually talk about marketing and anything related with marketing. It could be digital, it could be online, it could be offline, it could be strategies, it could be technical issues. All right. So as as you can see, my name there is automation strategist. So for me, especially, I'm someone who does automation, where it is more towards like chatbots. So we automate your whole sales process. People who do click on your ads, they will talk to an automated conversation in chatbot, all the way into it. It will bring the leads that you have who have talked to you in your chatbot to all the way into your email marketing, into your CRM, and then it automates all the way back into your Facebook ads. Then you can get So yeah, seems like the people were saying that there's some sounds on my side. So let me know if you can hear me properly. If there is some noise, there's something that's distracting you, please let me know. I will try my best to shut off everything around my house. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Before that, just let you guys know what is 100x. So if this is your first time here, let me show you a short video who will explain everything about what this platform is. Right. Enjoy.
Hello, welcome to the 100x Connect community. Let me take you through the 100x ecosystem. Step 1. Become a free or paid member. Step 2. Discover your passion by tuning into the 100x daily night sessions, chatting with other members in the 100x Discord community, and participate in 100x virtual summits. Step 3. Unleash your true potential by equipping yourself with 100x workshops and work with you challenges. Step 4. Begin your entrepreneurial journey by signing up for the Malaysia Ministry-endorsed 100x 100 Days Business Startup Challenge, seeking business advice, or enrolling in the Advanced Business Coaching for pitching and funding. Step 5. Being the country's best entrepreneur community, 100x has a wealth of resources such as business funding to accelerate your business, digital marketplaces to sell your products and services, and collaboration platforms to do networking and organize your favorite event, among many others. Furthermore, 100x will also create business opportunities. All these are easily accessible and convenient for 100x members. Step 6. In return, the 100x alumni hope to bring together like-minded people and provide mentoring, internship and career opportunities to help the network grow. Pillars are used to uphold purposes. At 100x, we believe that every entrepreneur should embark on a purposeful journey. 100x is built on 7 pillars: financial intelligence, fitness and wellness, business and entrepreneurship, sales and marketing, personal development, love and relationship, and hobbies and leisure. Sign up as a 100x member and start a purposeful journey.
Right. So that was the 100x in a nutshell. All right. So if you want to know more, head on to our website 100xconnects.com. Okay. And before we bring on a speaker, just want to give a shout out to one of our members, just to feature a member, because we're doing a member feature once a week. So every day, every week you're going to So let's bring in the main guy of the show today, right? His name is Andrew Wong, and he is a professional and a specialist in email marketing, and something that we usually don't really get it nowadays. And I can see, I mean nowadays as in like even on RX platform and on like wherever that you go on Facebook, on LinkedIn, rarely people talk about email marketing. It's like the super niche of the super niche, but because but still it is a kind of how to say marketing strategy that if you have it, it's going to increase your sales by at least 30%. If I'm not mistaken, maybe later on he can shoot me back and say, no, it's not 30%, it's like 50%, or I don't know. Yeah. So we'll see. Thanks guys for watching. I think Andrew has a fan who is waiting on. So welcome guys, welcome. Hey Jonah, glad to have you here. All right, so without further ado, let me bring in our guest of the day. Hey Andrew.
Hey man. Hi, thanks for inviting me on board.
Oh, no problem.
I love what you guys are doing for your community accent. Awesome stuff.
Yeah. Thank you very much. We will probably high chance invite you back because I know from your LinkedIn profile as well. I think I met you in some kind of entrepreneur networking session.
Yep.
That's how we got connected, and from your LinkedIn post, the amount of knowledge that you share on your LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's how connections are formed. Ben, you need to speak up a bit. I can't hear you though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of soft on your side.
When I fix my audio,
Right.
introduce yourself a little bit, okay?
Okay, sure. Hi guys. Happy Sunday. With one silver for cycling. That's cool. I am an email conversion strategist. What I do is I help e-commerce business to turn one-time buyers into repeat customers through the use of email marketing. So that's as simple as I can come up with in terms of explanation. So I've been using email throughout my career. My career has spent about 30 plus years. I've been in the newsprint, newspaper business. I've started a web design firm, and then I was the head of sales for a cybersecurity company. But throughout all this engagement, email has been something that stuck with me for cold emailing, for maintaining contact with customers and all those things. So when I decided to do something on my own, November last year, I said, okay, let's do email. On the surface, Ben is correct in the sense that people tend to take email for granted because as it is in work or business, you normally get emails and through and fro, and it becomes like it's what you call that. You take it for granted, that it's there. But when as I go deeper into it, especially when I want to teach and coach on email marketing, for example, there are a lot of nuances involved in email marketing that you don't see behind the scenes. And there are definitely a lot of advantages of using email. And throughout this 45 minutes, 1 hour session, hopefully I can just open up your eyes to the possibility of emails. Not because I do it, but I think it's necessary for a lot of other people are doing it already. So if you're not, then you could be missing out on something big.
All right. Very good intro. Can you hear my sound now? Is it better?
Awesome. This is better.
Okay. Yeah, this is better.
Yes.
Yeah, I think somehow my webcam stole the audio settings, so I'm actually talking to the webcam.
Right.
Very weird stuff.
Happens all the time.
Okay, guys. If you're ready to learn more about email marketing, all right, type email in the comments and let us know that you're interested to know more, right? Type email in the comments. Let us know which one of you is ready. All right. Oh yes, Mohana. Thank you very much. Okay. Right. So let's hit on for a few questions that I have prepared, and at the same point I'm also very curious. All right. So for actually one of the questions is like very obvious. I think most of everyone wants to know is email marketing still valid? I'm sure people use it often as newsletter and stuff like that, but I think majority of us also can know that we receive a lot of spam mails. We also just see and then delete. So yeah, what's your point on this?
Definitely, it's still valid. I mean, although it is as a medium, is 51 years old this year.
Oh, what?
You're 51. Email,
Okay.
if you study the history of internet, email was one of the founding layers of the internet. The coding and everything, besides the communication part, email was the first thing that they actually used to do. So if you peel out the layers, and email is considered a founding father of the internet infrastructure. That's how far they go. And if you look at social media, I think social media is about half its age in general, about 20, 25 years old. And it's still going strong. You're looking at, 4 billion as of 2020 email users. There is on average about 306 billion emails sent every day.
Wow.
Yeah.
4 billion or 4
Email
billion
accounts.
email
4
accounts.
billion email accounts.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
All
That's a
right.
lot. I mean, if anybody would question you and say, hey, email, what's so great about it? Let me ask you one thing. When you sign up for any social media, for that matter, anything that's online, what do they ask you for first before you sign up?
They ask for our email. Lor.
There you go. So if you say email is smaller than social media, every single social media account, okay, maybe you use the same email account, but every social media account has one email address.
Yeah.
And in fact,
yeah.
Facebook is one of the largest sender of emails in the world.
Oh, yeah. Ka?
Yeah.
Oh, I think I disconnected the Facebook's email newsletter, so I'm not sure if they're still sending out.
Whenever you, for example, if you reset your password or any activities, or when Facebook has a major announcement, for example. So if you're in the business community for Facebook, for example, your advertisers and all those things, they still reach you out by email. You don't see Facebook reach you out from Messenger.
Correct. So, but this leads to it means that they are just doing a transactional email, not so much of hey, buy our new stuff, things like that.
No, it's both transactional and also informational. Yeah. So if for example, you're going to take a Facebook blueprint, or when if you are part of a Facebook agency group, they will let you know whenever there's a seminar coming up and all those things.
So it's one of the best ways to tell people that there is something happening.
Yeah. If and a lot of people say, if I sell to companies, does email work? One thing that I've learned so far, I've realized, and I think some of the coaches have also spoken about it. In business, it's all about human to human marketing.
Correct.
Because if I want to reach the procurement division or reach HR, for example, if I'm selling coaching or whatever, I'm still talking to one person on the end who's making a decision, or the other person, the person who's going to make the recommendation. And the only medium so far that is not considered intrusive, okay, spam aside, is still email. I can't, for example, like Ben, I just met you and I start communicating with you through SMS or Messenger. It's going to freak you out.
Yeah.
Right. But if I were to send you an email, and if I want to talk about, what I do, and I want to share some of the new stuff, for example, educational, not to say, Ben, you buy this, yes, that's spam, right? But if I want to introduce you subtly to me, to my world, I would put you into my email subscription list, for example, and I share my, daily tips. I share about what I do. I share about wins and successes, for example. And all of a sudden, before you know it, and if you read my emails, and even if you don't read my emails, at the end of the day, when you scroll through your list, you will see Andrew almost like every day
In the email.
in your email list.
Oh wow.
Right?
Okay. Okay.
So that's the power of because it's a direct one-to-one communication, but done at scale. As far as you're concerned, you're receiving an email from me directly, but I could be sending to 1,000 or 1,000,000 Benjamins around the world. But my email is written such a way that as if I'm really talking to you, and that's one of the trick of writing emails. You write for one person.
It's like a personal letter to each and every one of your followers or fans lah.
Oh yes, yeah.
But which brings me to the next question is like how often should we, because you say every day, what but if we receive an email every day, would it be like annoying spam things like that?
Okay. I'm considered the extreme. I'm running experiments now. I send email every day to my subscriber list. But if you're in business, you could start with once a week. Now, the criteria is this. The criteria is how often do you, for example, you do business, how often you have new announcements? How often, if you're in e-com, how often do you run promotions? Okay. And then you use that as the basis for you to set. At the minimum, at least once a week. Because the world has moved to, there's so many distractions. And I think the thing is, you only have like 3 seconds to hook somebody in, right? So if you are not in front in the line of sight of your, I call it in the line of sight of your prospects or your customers, they will forget you. So if you say, okay, I don't know where to start, I'll recommend that you start once a week. Now, what will motivate you is this: the moment you start sending emails and you get some sales, then I ask you back, how many times do you think you want to send your emails? All right. So that's if they, because there's never a right or wrong, but basically start once a week. You're more comfortable. You do 3 times a week, especially e-commerce, right? If I do info products like what I do, I send every day, and it's not selling emails. Is basically sharing ideas and basically some experiments, the results I show. Sometimes I fail, sometimes I succeed. But the good thing is this: because I send emails to you every day, you have 2 choices. Either you don't read my 3 choices actually. You don't read my email, or you unsubscribe me, or you read my emails. Now, because I'm in your email box almost every day consistently, when I start running a promotion or campaign, right? And normally when you run a promotion campaign, I would recommend you do maybe at 7 days or 3 days continuous email. Right? If you notice the recent 8, for example, all of a sudden you'll be receiving emails from Shopee and Lazada.
Yeah.
Okay? In most cases, they don't. Once in a while, they do it. But because I send you every week, every day, it becomes natural for you to receive my emails. So it's just part and parcel of also training your subscribers or your readers to accept it. Right?
Oh yeah, I think for example 100x, we do send emails, so people who are subscribed to 100x do receive a lot of emails. I noticed that at the beginning when we started to send emails, the open rate was very low. But eventually, after we continue sending emails and sending more and more, because we have a lot of like workshops and challenges and events that we are running, eventually the open rate, like it went from like 3% up to like 10-20%. So I'm like, oh, so this is what you mean by training? Because I felt like, wow, people started like not sure what was the reason why at the beginning they don't open, they ignore, but then later on they slowly more and more people open.
Yeah, because they're familiar with you. The moment all you need is to catch them on your first email. Right? So your welcome series email is very important. You lay down the ground rules, basically what you do and all those things, and also tell them how often you're going to send. Okay, set expectations, right? But subsequently along the way is all about how you deliver value. I mean, irrespective of any platform, especially now, whether you do social or whatever it is, you've got to start with giving value first before you do your ask. So your email should be on that basis, and it's not just, I mean, nobody survives on charity. Okay, everybody knows that. But you can also do your selling. Okay, I call it the SPO methodology. For example, basically, I do a story, I do a point, and I do a call to action. And the call to action is related to something I want you to do. Either watch my video, look at my landing page, for example, buy my stuff. So when the reader receives something like this, they learn something. Now they can decide whether they want to proceed further or not. And that's where the CTA comes in. So it no longer becomes a very salesy email.
But of course, like you cannot try and sell everything in every email, then that will really, really increase your unsubscribe.
when I do a campaign, when I send my 7 days campaign, for example, yes, I'll be selling, but I'll be using different angles. The key thing is this: let's say, for example, you're going to do a course on 100x on, let's say, financial planning. I love your intro. It's so cool. And when you want to sell financial planning, you can either be a straightforward one and say, hey, this is what I have. This is what it can do for you. And this is where you can get it. So that's a straightforward one. But then you can also look at financial planning from whatever aspects. What are the pain points? So you pick maybe out of 5 pain points, you do 1 pain point per email. Address a pain point where you can learn. And by the way, if you're interested, I have this for you. So it doesn't become very obvious. It's like, by the way, I talk to you now. Hey, Ben, by the way, I think I've got this. What do you think? That's all. So I'm not selling you. I'm actually inviting you to take part. If you don't like, fine.
It's not hard sell. It's
not
more
hard
like
sell.
顺便, coincidence.
Yeah.
Got such thing, something like that.
Correct. Because we are so hardwired. I mean, we all have our BS meter. The moment we know already up, or the guy want to sell me something. But what if you lead with value first? And by the way, if you like to join, by all means. If you don't like, that's fine.
Okay, understand. There's a question here from Jasper. What's the recommendation for user-friendly email marketing tool?
Oh, okay. There are two distinctions. One is your inbox providers, which is what every one of us use, either your Gmail, your Yahoo Mail, your Hotmail, your Outlook, for example. So you basically receive email and you can use it to send email or reply to email. Okay, so that's one inbox provider. The second one is what we call the email service provider. And this one are basically your MailChimps, your Active Campaigns. Those are the, Jasper, those are the tools that you use. And primarily why they exist is because they allow you to basically send your email at scale. You know, you've got 1,000 subscribers, you write your campaign and you send to everyone, or you send to a segmented list, for example. And they would tell you basically how many people open your email, how many people click on your email, you know, how many people have not been active on your email over a period of time. So the ESP is like what I call a CRM of sales. It is your CRM for your email marketing. So user-friendly marketing tools, now most of them, I mean, all of them, all this while has been cloud-based. You pick any one of them. The trick is this: you can start off cheap, which is basically free. Most of them has about 1,000, some 1,005 email address. They offer it for you for free. And you can start off on that basis and test.
You mean 1,000 subscriber, is it?
1,000 subscribers up to 1,005.
Oh,
it's free.
Okay.
You know why they do that?
To hook you in so that you use the service?
Yes. It's the same method for your hosting services and all. They sell you cheap. And eventually, if let's say 1,000 people and they're so comfortable with receiving email for you, now you want to switch. Although it's easy to switch, but you have your domain reputation to worry about. You have your sending reputation, for example. Then most likely you just continue, like you pay another $10 a month or whatever, and you continue and as you go deeper and deeper, before you know you have 100 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers, you may not want to change unless they really, really fail in their delivery of service.
I think that there are people who are using, like literally just using Gmail to send mass emails out.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah.
BCC, they do the BCC model.
BCC model. So is it good? Is it bad? Can they do it?
Okay, Gmail allows you to send, I think if I'm mistaken, about 200 emails an hour or something. There's certain limitation to it, number one. Unless you use your Gmail workspace, which is the branded Gmail, for example, like Benjamin at 100x.com, for example. Certain people, you just use Gmail. It is not good for your reputation, as in business reputation, because one, it shows, I don't even know whether you're in a business or you're serious or not, or you're a spammer. Number two is, if you send maybe 10, 20 emails, you're okay. But if you send any about 50 and above, you won't know whether the person actually interacted with your email unless they reply. So
tracking,
you can't track.
More tracking.
Yeah. And then the ESPs allow you to even track up to, to your GA, so that when you send campaigns, you know that which campaign or which email of the series actually generated sales, for example, or engaged.
I see.
So it's free, go for it.
It really doesn't matter, ignoring Gmail, any of the services, so it doesn't really matter which one is good or bad, or whether there's no like specific like this is the best email because they have the highest what do you call this what's that word already when you don't
Delivery
end up
rate,
and
the highest
yeah,
delivery rate.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. Most of them now in business, the big boys, you pick anyone, you can't go wrong with it. It's whether you're familiar or you're comfortable with the functions and all those things. You know. Yeah. So if you say you want to start, just pick any one of them. Do a Google search for top 5 ESP or email service providers. You pick one of them. As long as they offer you about 1,000 to 1,005 free email accounts for free for life, you can start off with that. Yeah.
Then in the end, it's just how is in the end is the difference between how much is it and if you like the interface or not, things like that. Lah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
good, okay.
Because if you don't start, you won't go into. There are a lot of as you go deeper, there are a lot of so-called features that you use. For example, you do A/B tests. You want to do reset emails before you if they don't open, for example. You want to do some automation and all that stuff, right? But because you don't start, you don't know what you need. So if you go ahead and let's say subscribe or pay one, then you realize as you go deeper into your business, hey, this one does not serve my purpose, or this one doesn't meet my requirements. So that's why I would encourage you to pick one, start first, build up the momentum, and then test against how the audience react to what you do. Then later you want to go some deeper. Hey, let's do some automation stuff. Let's do some conditional, basically emails and all those stuff that you can build a lot of things inside. So that's possible.
I see. Okay, understand. Okay, right. Yeah, Jasper says thanks.
Welcome, man.
Okay. Yeah, because I was also very curious because usually we get a lot of comments like, oh, don't use this service because their delivery rate is very low. Oh, don't use this service because like you mark as spam and things like that.
That is the authentication part. That is the authentication part. In the service that I work with clients, I have this so-called a ABC model or ABC framework. The A stands for authentication. Basically, if you have a domain, let's say 100x, I will basically work with you to make sure that your domain sender reputation is good. So that means one, to avoid landing into spam. So you fix that first. Then you look at the blueprint part. All right, the B stands for the blueprint. Basically, how you want to send your email, what templates do you want to use, how do you operationalize all this email sending and all that stuff. And when you finish with that, then you look at the C, which is basically the convert and also the content. How are you going to write your emails? How are you going to segment your emails? What sort of so-called tone that you use that represent you when you send your email?
Okay, it's like a brand, the brand image,
the brand image and all those things.
The brand language, yeah.
So the authentication part is something that one is technical part. There's in email marketing, there's the art and also the science part or the mechanical part. The art part is how you write your email, if you do e-com, how you create your email with graphics and all those things that looks cool. But the mechanical is stuff like authentication, your SPF, your DKIM, and your DMARC, for example, to make sure that when Gmail receives an email from you, they know that it is actually coming from you and not a hacker pretending to be you. Or they will also check your track record with your emails that you send. Right?
I guess so it like so I'm guessing let's say for certain new emails, you create a new email and then there's no history behind the email. Yes. So does Google, because there's no history, there's no like people opening or deleting or marking it as spam. Does Gmail or rather does any email track it as like this is a new email, so therefore it's spam or therefore it's what? Because when you create the email, suddenly you send to 100 people, 200 people.
Yes, correct. That's in physical world, if you want to enter a building, they will ask you for an IC identification and all those things. Right? But if you come in and you don't have that, then what do you do? They probably won't let you in. So technically speaking, if Gmail looks at your Gmail and looks at your email, and your domain sender has some issues or your IP address has some issues, and they will dump you into spam first because their interest is this. Gmail or Yahoo Mail's interest is to protect their customers, which is basically you and me who are subscribers to Gmail.
Correct.
Imagine if every day there's no filtering, there's no spam filtering, and every day I receive spam on my emails. You know what? I'm going to move from Gmail to somewhere else. Right? So their priority is to make sure that they filter all this so-called nonsense email away from you and allow you to decide whether this is important or this is nice to have promotion type of email. Right? So that's the other part that a lot of people tend to forget, which is how to maintain your sender reputation. So there is always this warm-up sequence. So let's say if somebody want to start email marketing, they have not done it. So we will basically work with you to basically warm up your sequence, send to a few people that you know, because Gmail looks at few things. They look at engagement. Same thing like social media. If you look at it, the whole marketing is engagement, which is, do they open your email? Do they click on your email? Do they reply on your email? Or do they forward your email? All these are indicators to say that your email is valuable to the reader.
There's engagement in the email lah.
Yes. So if you have this, then you start building up with people, a small circle that is responding to it. And then over time, then you slowly grow your sending. So if all of a sudden I've got a new email, I want to send 1,000 email, I guarantee you at least 60-70% of your emails will end up in spam. Not because you're sending spam, but because Gmail or what don't know you. And especially Outlook. Outlook is extremely, it's even tougher than Gmail in filtering. If you have your images size or images, too many images in email, it will end in spam. And this is very, very important for Outlook.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, means that if, okay. So as a new email, your suggestion is to just warm up, send to friends and things like that. There's no settings to click on. Okay, this 100% is going to end up in your inbox already. There's no such thing.
You just have to basically what do you call that? You just have to till the soil to basically make sure that your audience actually like your emails and respond to your email. That's why you notice some of the new ones or some emails they will ask you to reply for the first email, or they ask you for double opt-ins.
There's something like that.
Double opt-ins is also a signal. It's a signal to the Gmail. It's a signal to you that this person did not simply put in a random emails, and the person has also given you the double confirmation that they want to receive emails from you.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Because I can if I want to join, let's say your group, I simply put Andrew plus whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I know I won't be reading an email, but because I just want to get the link magnet or the download stuff in me. But if I don't put in a proper email, obviously I won't check that email.
Yeah.
And because I don't double opt in, you won't be sending anything. So you know that you don't have too many junk subscribers into your list anyways, because it adds up in terms of cost, whether you like it or not.
Correct. Yeah. Because most email service they charge based on subscribers, so if there's a lot of like useless or rather fake emails, then you charge.
Correct. But then aside, the more damaging stuff is this. Assuming let's say you have 100 emails subscribers on your list, and 50 of them simply whack some email address. And what you do is you gung-ho, you go and send your emails regularly. Because 50% did not open their emails, it will affect your sender reputation too.
But okay. But isn't usually email open rate is like 20 to 30%? So
20 to 25% is the general so-called general benchmark. But I've seen certain emails, I've seen people hitting about 60, 70.
Oh, wow.
Those are hyper engaged. That means your content has been so good that people actually look forward to receiving your emails.
Okay. So before we head to that question, seems like there's another question here that Jasper is asking. What tracking tools can be used to track call to action from email?
Each of the email service providers already have tracking tools enabled. They call it the pixels. So and it is also, they will provide you a feature where you can integrate it to your GA. That means your UTM tools is inside available in your ESPs. And within each email, they will have a pixel. That's why they can tell you the open rates and also the click-through rates.
So for those who don't know what is UTM, is some kind of code at the end of the link that tracks like whoever clicks what and where and when.
Yes.
So
It's-
these are usually what email services. I think most all email services would have this kind of tracking included together, like,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. So yeah, if you guys are learning something, okay, let us know in the comments. Just type value in the comments if you are learning something new today from Andrew. Okay. Then and don't worry about not sure you want to ask questions or not because you will sound like not smart. Don't worry, I'm here also asking questions. These are literally my questions that I'm asking him. Yeah, so it doesn't really matter. Just ask whatever questions that you have in mind that may help you get more sales in your business and even to how you want to send email to increase your customers' loyalty. Okay.
Yep.
Right. So just now you were so we were talking about like, okay, so we don't want to end the email in promotions, don't want to end them in spam. But what if you are already in promotion in spam? How do that get out of it?
Okay. Getting in spam will be very tough. Getting in spam will be very tough
Getting in
because
spam is very tough.
no, the moment you're in spam, getting out of it is very tough.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So that's why my recommendation is to start off right. That means you warm up your email, you make sure domain sender reputation is done. Everything is done first before you start sending a few emails, and then you ramp up accordingly. That will reduce the chances of landing in spam. Okay. And there are tools out there for you to check also. For example, like there's this free tool called mailtester.com. So what it does is it gives you a URL. Every time you log in, it gives you a URL, which you can use it to send your email. And it will tell you basically what's the chances of your email landing in spam, what of the service providers will basically classify you as spam, for example, and all those things. So you can actually use that to test before you send your newsletter or your campaign. That aside, between promotions and primary tab, especially if you're referring to Gmail.
Yeah.
Now, in promotions, by default, if your email has a ratio of, let's say, 60-40, 60 being more images than text, it's almost close to 99.9% it will end up with promotion.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So when I do emails for, let's say, info products, it's purely text. Only in e-commerce, no choice, because e-commerce you need to have pictures, you have your hero products and all those things. So
Yeah,
that's
you want
why
to sell products, correct?
Yeah, right. So, but if you do info products, or if you just basically, if I were to send a business email to Ben, I'm not going to put a lot of images. It's going to be text to me. It's like any emails that I send to any friends or my bosses or businesses. So
Yep.
Gmail will look at that. Okay. Number two is this: if you want to, if you're in comments and say, "Hey, this is the email that I sent," then what you do is your first few emails, or especially your welcome emails, you get them to drag the emails into their primary tab.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that's why you notice sometimes your thank you page when you subscribe for a subscription, whatever it is, they'll tell you step one, drag our emails into the primary tab. So that is an indication to Gmail and say, hey, this email is important for me. I want it to appear in that. That's number one. Number two, you can actually get them to reply to your email. So that's an engagement already.
Okay.
So certain users will say, if you like this, before I send you the next thing, can you just reply yes or whatever it is? Or they ask you some smart question which you have to reply. And when you have this interaction going on, it becomes like a normal email. So Gmail will then have so-called their rating and say this should go into your primary tab.
Yeah, I've seen newsletters where I signed up before, and I like it's very obvious that they're not going to reply your message, but they always end. Sometimes they will end up with tell me what do you think about this email that I've just sent you. Do you learn anything, or do you have any problems? Like, just let us know. Just reply this message with a certain word, a keyword, something like that.
Right.
Like, okay. But I know you're not going to reply me. So why are you asking me to reply you?
The rule that is not to be broken as if you're sending emails is this: you must reply to your emails.
As sender, we have to reply to
as the sender. Yes, you should.
Oh, okay.
Remember, email is it's technically not a numbers game. It's not about the number of subscribers. It's about the relationship you have with your subscribers. That's the value. So if you have, let's say, a million subscribers, But these people either open your email, don't open your email, don't react to your email. It's useless. But if I have like 100 or maybe 500 subscribers, but these are heavily engaged because there's an interaction between the sender and the and the readers, right? That's the value. That's where the value is. So if you're a sender, by all means, set your email such a way that you allow people to reply, and you actually reply back to them.
Oh,
In order to get respect, in order to demand respect, you have to give respect.
understood. Yeah, this one sounds more friendly than, because sometimes we receive emails that says do not reply to this email because no one is checking this email.
Then give me a reason why I should open your email.
Okay, understand.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a question from Alfred. Emailing correct target audience versus not exactly the right target audience. I think it's something like so you have one whole list. We have 10,000 of subscribers, for example, and then we have a promotion. So do we spend to everybody in the list, or like people who actually like that specific stuff? Which is better?
Right.
Because I think I understand the concept behind his question, because it's like, if you can send to 10,000 people, you might get the extra few more sales compared to just send that at 1,000 people who's just going to give you that 1-2 sales.
Correct. So that is basically what you call segmenting already. And it's one of the more important aspects of email marketing, a critical one, in fact, because you want to send the email to the right people at the right place at the right time. So when you do a broadcast email, that means I blast to everybody. Like you correctly mentioned, the certain users, because they're different stages of their life, different stages of buying cycle. So when you blast them like this, very likely that they will either ghost you, which means they won't open your email, or they unsubscribe, or if you really offend them, they report you spam, But generally, but when let's say, for example, I run a so-called a cooking, I send a cooking newsletters, for example. And obviously, I have people who are vegetarian, people who are non-vegetarian. And now I simply bust something on how to cook steak. Although it's the best so-called the best recipe, whatever it is, I send to everybody. The people who are vegan is going to get offended.
Okay.
Right? But by virtue of me segmenting, now I know in my group, okay, so that's a tactic to do it, which I'll come to it. There's a group that is interested only in meat. There's a group is interested in vegan, for example. And if I have a promotion, or if I'm sending a content, not even promotion, just a content on stick or cooking stick, I will just segment to these people, because then I'm sending emails that's relevant to them. So why people will unsubscribe is because I'm receiving email that's not relevant to me. Right? So that's how you segment. And how you do that is, the few things is, one, in your welcome series, you can either do a poll in your email, in one of the emails, and say, can you tell me click which of the subject matter where you are in your stage, so that when you click, I will know that I should put you into different buckets. Okay. So for example, if we go back to the cooking example, if I say, do you like meat, or are you a vegan, for example, so A and B, all right? Or you are open, let's say 3 questions or three polls. Then if I click on vegan, automatically I'll classify you into the vegan bucket. So now I know when I've got something that's related to vegan and it's interesting, and I'm going to send to this group only, right? The other trick is you track them by links. Let's say, for example, now let's say you do 100x. Now you've got 7 pillars, right? Sales and marketing, you've got finance, you've got health and fitness and all those things, right?
Yeah.
And initially, maybe you don't know. So you're going to do a test run of maybe 7 days or 1 week or whatever it is, and say, now today I'm going to talk about sales and marketing, and there's a video link to it. Okay. And then let's say Monday you do sales and marketing, Tuesday you're going to do health and fitness, for example, and then Wednesday you do finance.
Yep.
And each one has a video link. So what you do now is you then basically send emails with this link, and you track this link and say people who click on sales and marketing goes into sales and marketing bucket. And people who say click on health and fitness, for example, go into that. Some of them click all, that's fine. So you go have a general one as well. So essentially you're tagging these users based on their interaction with the links.
Oh.
Now,
I see.
you know,
Okay.
you will form a picture over a period of time of exactly what are the areas that they're interested in. So if you say that every week, over a period of 1 month, well, this guy, every health and fitness video, the fellow also click one, then you know already that you're going to sell, if you want to sell something or you're going to promote something on health and fitness, or you've got a very important webinar or free one, you would target this group of people first because they have given you an indication of interest by clicking on that particular link.
So we can actually detect how many times they open what they call this health and fitness emails somehow.
Yeah,
Be-
that's why the
because
ESP is important.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to figure out how that work in the system because usually you can only tag them with one specific word, and if there's like 7 emails, then
Mm.
there's 7 different words already lah, something like that.
You tag them by links. Basically, it's possible. Most ESP would be allow you to do that.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
All right. I think this one we relate to another similar question, which is like, let's say, for example, you keep on sending to the wrong target, okay, and then your open rate becomes low. What happens to your email credibility and things like that? Does it affect much if it's just a 5%, every time 5% open, 5% or 5% or 3% open like that?
If it's over long term, it will. Over long term, it will. But the thing is, if you send emails to people who don't open, you then want to encourage. For example, let's say now you send to a group and it's constantly very very low. You can always write an email to them and says, and remember, it's one-to-one communication. It's human to human. So you can write in, hello. For example, I say to Alfred, and I say, hi, Alfred, and I've noticed you have not opened most of my emails. Could you tell me, what are the things that you may want to know more, or how can I help? So that's why they reply in email. So when people know that if I reply to this person will reply back, I will openly also give you a feedback, right? Number one. Number two, you want to get super aggressive. You can also tell them that if you don't find this no longer relevant to your life, I mean, it's not your problem, it's not my problem. It's just that we are on different path. I will encourage you to unsubscribe. With email marketing, you only fear them reporting you as spam. You should not fear them for unsubscribe, primarily because if I on one track of sending emails on a particular topic and it's not relevant to you, there's no reason for you to stay on my email list anyways.
Correct.
Right? And so you can invite them to unsubscribe. And you filter throughout. For example, like this early this month, I had a small group of email subscribers, and normally I do my so-called my filtering or email health check, for example, every 60 days, no, every 6 months. The last few weeks, I actually went aggressive in the sense that if you do not engage with my emails, that means you don't open or click over a period of 14 days. I would then put you a different bucket where I maybe send you less emails instead of daily. Right? And then you can actually do that. You can do 14, 21 days, 30 days, or even 60 days. And once the moment you know that, you can then basically so-called tune how the frequency of sending emails to them. Those who have constantly open within 7 to 14 days, you can send them daily. Those who open less than 30 days, you might send them once a week. Send them a summary, for example. So that's how you do it. Yeah.
Understand. All right. So yeah, Alfred, hope this answers your question.
Yeah.
And then we have another one interesting here. Hi, I run a travel agency. I wait for tourism to open to send them emails, or I send them now even though it's not open. So if I send, what type of contents should I send?
Okay. I would suggest you send them now. Your relationship has to be maintained. In any business, it's about maintaining a relationship. So same thing with email. What you could do is you can basically there's one trick I think I mentioned in one of our shows previously. For example, now everybody is dying to travel. Okay, we're all stuck at home. We're kind of bored and all those things.
Yeah.
So why don't you take them to in copywriting. There's always this term that says, you get into the minds of your readers, the problems that is happening, the conversation that happening in their head, for example. So now everybody's like daydreaming of a nice holiday and all those things. So you send a couple of emails and say, hey, if MCO is over tomorrow or end of this month, in August, what are the destination that you like to go? So you give them 3 choices: Asia, Europe, Americas, for example, right? And they will naturally, if they want, they will click. So by virtue of them clicking, you now bucket them into, okay, this group of people are interested in Asia travel. This group of people are interested in Europe. You will then test by sending a few more emails on, let's say, on Europe. Now, within Europe, there are multiple countries, right? So you can send information and says, if you're in Europe, which are the first country that you want to visit first? Now, what you're doing is this: one, you're keeping yourself in the light in front of your prospects or your customers. Number 2 is you're now gathering data so that if MCO is actually over and all those things, your promotional emails will be hyper targeted, like what we say, suggested to Alfred. So now I know how many people is interested in Asia. So if I have an Asia package, I know who to send to. Make sense?
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Jimmy. Who answers your question? Okay, Alfred says thanks. For the questions. For the answer.
No problem,
And Jimmy, when you say MailChimp get into spam, and then which email doesn't go into spam? I think just now we answered that already.
Yeah.
So if you want, you can rewatch back the live later on, because we have a few questions and we don't want to spend too much time on repeating lah. But basically, in a nutshell, what it means is that just every service doesn't really matter, as long as you like their what do you call this, their interface and the price, then is enough already. Essentially, there's not much difference between deliverabilities between MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, and other stuff.
Otherwise, if you run out of business, if you cannot deliver your emails,
yeah,
that's the business. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's go into this. How they get emails for ideas for email content. So your ABC just now, I think this would be the last one, the C, content, correct?
Yeah. Well, for me, for example, when I look at ideas, I look at, for example, other sources that's available. Okay, first thing first, it's important, and this is from personal experience, is you need to understand which niche you're in. Very, very specific niche you're in, because you're going to write on that. Okay, so for example, like Lucky, for example, if it's in tourism, that's his niche. But which sort of tourism is it? Is it business tourism, MICE, or casual or leisure? So if you get deeper into it, number one is you now narrow down on the kind of emails that you send. And because the readers want to know that if I receive an email from Lucky, it's going to relate it to travel and nothing else. Okay, that's number one. Number 2 is this. Once you're in there, your content can be sourced from forums, can be sourced from even Twitters, can be sourced from people who in the groups, like Facebook group, for example. Like in my case, I get ideas from people who ask questions on Facebook group, either the business side or maybe the email community, for example, and say, I have this problem. Like now, I've got so many questions, right, that we have addressed. Those are my ideas that I can use for my email. Because your emails can use to answer questions. Because it's not Lucky as asking this question. I'm sure there are a few more other people asking the same question, or the same question that Alfred is asking. So those are my ideas for it.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Because rather than thinking, what should I send to people? What should I send to people? It's better
ask the market. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what they are asking already.
Yes.
Okay. Good. So Jackie asked, hi, my company doesn't collect customer emails when they register for a program last time. How to start collecting email address now?
How do you start collecting email address? Do you have your phone numbers?
So yeah, Jackie, do you have their? Oh, we are focused on mobile numbers. So yeah, they have phone numbers. Correct.
Okay, cool. So if you have phone numbers, then let's say now you want to start an email subscription. You want to start basically sending emails to them. You use your phone numbers to basically say, hey, we've got some cool stuff coming up, and we're going to send some stuff through emails. Can we have your email address? Collect the email address and you send them from there.
Provide them value lah. Like I'm going to give you value, so you have to give
Of
me.
course.
You have to give me your address for me to give you that value. If not, you cannot get that value.
In life, it's all about exchange. Right?
Correct.
Very clear. Is you provide value in exchange for their email, and they know they're giving you the email in exchange because they wanted something from you anyways, right? So it's either exchange email or exchange dollar and cents because when you go for a course and all those things. So yes, provide value and give them something they want, and by understanding your niche, understanding the needs of your prospects, you'll be able to then get the emails and then build that relationship. Remember, email is not about blasting. It's about building relationship. When you start on that right footing, it solves a lot of problem with deliverability. It solves a lot of problem with spam. It solves a lot of problem in it helps you in growing your sales.
Okay, good.
Yeah. You can use social media as well. You do a post if you have a lot of fans in your social media, Facebook or whatever platforms you have. Do a ask to give them something on your social media and then ask them to provide an email address in exchange because you have to deliver by emails.
Good. Yeah. So if you have a Facebook group, then just ask everyone within that Facebook group, or if you have okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Jackie says value exchange. Thanks. Okay. Alfred has another question. So emails should create some links inside to have interaction.
Absolutely. You're going to spend some time writing these emails, and the reason why you write these emails is you want some form of interaction or call to action anyways. So the links itself, are they linked to your website, link to your YouTube videos, link to your Facebook group, for example. Like, for example, I have a Facebook group, and my so-called value exchange is I provide, let's say, free training on email marketing. I provide some constant updates on email marketing, for example, and you're invited to join my Facebook group. Now, when you join my Facebook group, inside the 3 questions, I will ask you for my email address, your email address. And that's where I can collect. I'm using Facebook group as my link magnet to collect email address. Okay, so there are multiple forms. So in your first case, when you click, it also shows basically the users. See, eventually, if you don't provide links, and you constantly just send email, which is a one-way communication, right? You're training. Remember, we started off this conversation. We're training your users for them to click. One day, if you want them to click something, they won't know. They are not used to it. Okay, so make a point that every time you send an email, there's a link for them to click, do something. It may not be selling. It basically to go somewhere or get some resource forever and all those things.
But I've seen emails where they don't provide links. Is because there was I think there was some strategy where you just send email and give value without asking them to click on anything. Are those good ideas to do?
If you don't click, okay, for now until September, before Apple introduces the iOS 15, okay, which is by September when iOS 15 comes out, Apple has this mail privacy protection. Generally, what it does is this. Long story short, once this is in place and your majority of your users reads your email on Apple iOS or Apple Mail, you will not know whether they open your emails or not.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. The only way you know is whether they click your email or not. So you want to start building now all your links inside for them to basically start clicking, and you can then segment them. Remember, by doing this, I can segment them by action, and then I can attribute a profile of the users or your readers.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the new Apple that's the updates is coming out with that. basically, it screws up a lot of things, a lot of tracking, a lot of even ads is going to have a lot of problems.
Ads already started for iOS 14.5.
Yeah,
So
that's why.
15 is going to be the email marketing world that's going to be affected. But I think
Oh no,
on the high
yeah.
side, I think I welcome that because it forces us as email marketers to be really, really genuine with the emails that we send. It kicks a lot of spammers out of the picture, right? Because it forces us to really work our content such a way that it gets engagement. So the quality of emails that comes out after that, I expect it to be better. Yeah,
Oh,
it's going to be fun.
okay. Interesting. Okay, there's a nice perspective to it. Yeah. Then I want to see what kind of good content that we can get after this also.
Yep.
So I think okay. So yeah. So what's the best or fastest method that we can build an email list that you know can sell or can convert into some money? Is there such a method like wow, this high engaging email list?
Right. Okay. High engaging email list means you have an excellent relationship with your readers. How do you build an excellent relationship with your readers? When you provide content, when you sell stuff that is relevant to them. Okay. So and basically you provide content, you sell stuff, and basically they look forward to reading your emails because your content is really, really cool. Right? So either you entertain, or you educate, or you inform. Those are the copywriting part of the email aspects of it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in marketing, we all heard about the top of funnel, middle of funnel, and then the bottom of the funnel.
Yes.
Okay. So, in order to get quality subscribers in, that's why the teaching part is very important, because the moment you know your niche, you know who your customers that you want to talk to, your ideal prospects. It starts with the top of funnel where, let's say, when you do a link magnet. Okay. For example, in my case, I've got a link magnet that I provide, let's say, a free 5 days video training on email marketing. That's my link magnet. Now I'm talking to people who are interested in email marketing. Somebody who wants Facebook ain't going to come into to that particular link magnet. So now I filter first by providing a link magnet that's relevant to them, right? So, for example, you build a link magnet for finance for your 100x. Your link magnet for 100x finance is different from link magnet for sales and marketing, because you have different segment of users.
Yep.
Correct. So when you start filtering from your link magnet onwards down, you then have a higher level of subscribers who are more engaged because they are interested in the content or the subject matter that you are basically writing about. So that goes into the top funnel. The middle of the funnel is where your content itself, when you provide links, when you provide resources, is where you have engagement. You use the middle of the funnel to build a know, like, and trust. Because the moment they receive an email from Ben, they will know that, oh yeah, he's going to give me value. I've got to learn something from him. I'm very interested to look out for his emails. All right. And then at the bottom of the funnel is where you do conversion, because once you have segmented them based on exactly their interests and all, you're going to send them promotional emails that is relevant to them, that they want. Because you for example, now we give you an idea of email and you say, hey, interesting, makes sense. I want to go deeper. You can start with middle of funnel, which is content that we talk about. And eventually you know that I want to take to the next step. That's where you do a paid training, for example, in all things. So that's how you go when you build your email list that converts. Start from the top, knowing basically what your niche are and who the prospect that you want, and you build backwards and you use that as your link magnet. Make sense?
Yep. Okay, understand. But if it's like let's say for example, so like for example for 100x email subscribers, we separate them into different segments already. But there might be a slight chance that people who are interested in fitness and health actually also like email marketing one. So, but we cannot send them so much marketing emails. But there is a chance that they might convert.
There's always a chance somebody may convert. But the thing is, that's why when you start sending emails regularly, you will be able to have enough data to decide. For example, let's say, hey, the people who appear in health and fitness, Parker is also interested in sales and marketing. It's the same group of people, plus or minus, and their engagement is pretty much the same, right? So now, when you have a sales and marketing, let's say, event or sales and marketing promotion, you send to these two groups, and chances are, if they are equal, you don't even bother about the fitness because they're already inside the health and fitness.
They
the
already
sales
did.
and marketing anyways.
Okay. This is
Right?
why there's the segmentation.
The segmentation, yes. This is where the segmentation is very important. And it takes time to build it. It's not like 1, 2 emails. That's why what I do is when I send my daily emails, it allows me to form a better picture of my subscribers.
I see.
And that's where the B part, where you deliberately send emails in order to so-called encourage interaction with them to understand their interests.
Got it. Okay, good. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, Lucky Jimmy has asked again. I sell Bhutan and Nepal destinations. So should I send them regular info about Bhutan and Nepal once a month, or links, okay? So should I just send them emails about this in terms of value, or should I just link them to the website?
Okay. So how often you write your blogs? Every day? Every week? Or every month? So if you have a blog every month, you just send them once a month to talk about it. Or you can say, out of maybe once a week, 1 week talks about the blog, the other 2 weeks talk about new updates on travel in Bhutan, and also what's the other country? Nepal, is it?
Nepal and Bhutan.
Okay, so Jimmy says once a week. So you engage them once a week. You say, hi, I've got this new blog coming out. It talks about this. Here's the link. Check it out. It doesn't have to be a long email. Sometimes, I've done, the 9-word email thingy. Sometimes I do a pretty long one. So you interchange. But generally, if you have a blog once a week, use your email to spread out, to distribute your content. Your email is also a good way to distribute content.
Oh, so
like
it's
for
not
example,
always
now,
spam ideas.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah, it doesn't, because like now I have this event with you. I've sent to my list twice already. One in 2 o'clock, and the other one, let's say I'm going live in 15 minutes. If you're interested in talking about emails, check it out. Here's the link. So you can use that. Now that's value. You don't have to sell. That's value. That's you're sharing, getting them involved in what you do.
Understand. Okay. Right. Okay. Jimmy says thanks a lot.
You're welcome, man.
Okay. Jackie asks, I get emails, I get ideas from Facebook group and forum, but need to find people to write content consistently. Any ways to solve?
we were just having this backstage. If you can afford the budget, you can get somebody to write for you. If not, it is not that difficult to write email. I mean, you write, like we started this conversation where we say people take emails for granted because they've been responding and sending emails, right? It's the same thing. You don't have to be a super duper email copywriter to read. You write as if you're writing to a friend.
It's like you're telling a friend, hey, I found something good at you, check this out.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, something informal is also okay. It's not necessary emails has to be very formal, have to very
no, email does not have to be formal. I mean, if you're writing on behalf of company, I was thinking about it, before I go on the show, and if let's say if I'm writing on behalf of a company and I have to be formal, right? A lot of people think if I write an email on behalf of what is formal. Now let me ask you one thing: when you meet up with people in a business networking event, the way you speak, are you speaking formally, or are you speaking as if? Would you like me to speak to you formally, or you like to speak to you like as if now, where we can sort of build that bond? Which one
I would prefer something more casual, more fun. Then at least the conversation is interesting, and you're not just like, oh, this person very boring, only know how to talk business, things like that.
So why would your email be any different? Why would your email be any different, right? So you write this way, and then you don't have to be perfectly 100% English perfect, because what you learn in school, and now I'm sure all of us will realize what we learn in school sometimes may not apply in real life.
Yeah. Yep.
And people want to receive email because it's personal to them. Okay, you're sending directly to their inbox, and you're addressing them. Okay, but it's personalized email. All right. People want to read emails which is they know that it's coming from a real person writing it. So your email, you don't have to worry about. You just say, depending on what you have. I say, I heard from this Facebook group. I've got this. We did a campaign recently where we actually start our subject lines with both a combination of Bahasa and English.
Oh. Okay. How did they do?
It was awesome because the audience makeup was like 80% Malay and 20% non-Malays. But we did a mixture, and the open rate was awesome. And you don't have to. And sometimes I start an email with, sometimes is lowercase all the way. Just think of writing to a friend. You just blast the email, send like that only, but you don't. There's no structure, whatever is it.
Yeah, reminds me. I actually sent another email like I think a week ago or something like that. Then I put in like super a lot of like exclamation mark. Then that specific email's open rate suddenly like suddenly so high on that email rate.
Yes. But you have to be careful with exclamation mark because it could also trigger the spam filter as well.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Remember that. So emojis is cool. Lowercase is cool. And don't worry about wrong spelling. People are happy because normally you see, the thing is this, you realize you don't really read your emails because 70-80% of people are reading your emails on a mobile device. You know what happens? Because of social media, people don't read, they are scanning your emails.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Scanning.
So your whole sentence may not be perfectly, spelling may be there. It's okay because they just scan, they just see what it is. Because you're scrolling. People are used to scrolling on the phone already. So your spacing is important. My method is I write one sentence per paragraph. So I have a space for everyone. So that when I scroll, it's easier for me.
One sentence. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no wonder I receive a lot of emails like from those marketing gurus and things like that. They one sentence and then they skip one sentence and then they skip.
Yes.
I was thinking like maybe it's readability easier to read, lor.
Yes, obviously, because you're scanning.
I see. So that's the psychology behind it.
That's
Okay.
the psychology behind it.
So KF asked, he's actually one of our guests, our host here, but why are you in comments? Why are you not up here? Can fight.
Hey, thanks for supporting us, man.
Yeah, so he asked, what is a good open rate?
What
Is there a specific standard? Like, okay, this
No.
if you don't have this open rate, then it's not good.
Right. No. Different industries have different open rates.
Oh, okay.
If you do a search on Google, and I think that one is basically US data, different open rates. Minimum you should hit at least about 10-15% at best. Like I say, certain people especially with smaller lists, and you really build that bond with your readers. You can hit 70-80% open rates on you.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But it takes a lot of work because you really have to build that. But I mean, same thing. Now that I know Ben, and when Ben sends me an email, or 100x sends me an email, I would open it.
Because
Right.
there's a personal connection already.
There's a
You
personal
know
connection.
who they are already. Okay.
Correct. So that's why in marketing, email is not end all be all. Okay, let's be very clear about this. In marketing, it's 360 degrees marketing. That means you're present in social, you're present in email, you're present in whatever platform. That means you're in multiple touch points. So if I see Ben on LinkedIn, which I am, and I see him on Facebook, and I see him on YouTube, and now I say, hey, this guy, interesting, talk sense. I cannot follow him, and it makes sense for me. And when I receive email from him, then I will open it. Right?
I see.
Yeah. So email is a good way for retention. It's a good way to, on top of, you don't just say, I do email, I don't do anything else. It doesn't work that way. You can do, you're going to have all, but emails allows you now to establish a one-to-one. And what you write and how you write it is the one that's going to determine how you can deepen the relationship with your prospects or even your customers.
All right. Oh, you have someone here who says solid advice, Andrew.
Hey, Sifu, my LinkedIn Sifu.
Oh, your LinkedIn Sifu. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I have to invite this guy for LinkedIn session already.
Yeah, you should. He's good. He's good.
Okay. Right. So yeah, Angel asked, is there tools or ways to personalize the email? I think this one, every email service provider would have this feature to it lah.
Yeah.
It's somewhere you just have to click around when you're creating the emails. I think it's called merge tags, correct?
Yes.
So yep, you want to look for some merge tags when you're creating the email. Usually every service will have one, so don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, guys, we are running out of time.
Wow, time flies.
I think, yeah, man. I thought this session is just going to be short, but wow, look at all the response from you guys. But really, thanks you guys for all
thanks,
the
Thanks so much.
interesting engagement in the comments. I think we have time to take one last question. Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you think Facebook ads and regular posting in Facebook are the way to convert tourists to as? Okay, this one is more of a marketing question already. Do you think Facebook ads and regular posting on Facebook is the right way to convert to exclusive? I think this one, what Andrew mentioned just now, Facebook ads or emails and everything is not a final destination for your prospects or leads already. You have to go at them every kind of social media that is possible, every kind of ways to reach them. Facebook posts, Facebook ads. If you have a YouTube, spam there too. If you have a blog, do it there too. If you have if you have email, then you just send them things. So keep on telling them, hey, Bhutan is nice. Hey, Nepal is nice. Hey, Bhutan is nice. Hey, Nepal is nice. Eventually, you will brainwash a few of them to come with you on your trip. All right.
So Jimmy, the end point is this. What you want to achieve is when somebody thinks of Bhutan and Nepal, they will think about Lucky Jimmy. Right?
Maybe you want to change your name to Nepal Jimmy or Bhutan Jimmy.
No, it's okay. Yeah, Lucky Jimmy. But if you say this is my endpoint, I want to. When people think of Bhutan or Nepal, I will think of Lucky Jimmy. Now you work backwards. All right, you start with the end in mind. You work backwards now. My social media. How do I associate Bhutan and Nepal with Lucky Jimmy? What sort of content do I provide? Then you have this global. So social media is a good way to get the word out. Okay, it's your typical broadcast mechanism now. It's your TV, it's your video and all those things, it's your radio and all the stuff. And then if they want to know more, then they will either subscribe to your email. Now that's where you establish yourself, because now you have narrowed down your funnel. You establish yourself as an expert in Bhutan and Nepal. That means anything you want to know about Bhutan and Nepal, you better talk to this guy. He knows everything. But you can't do that on social because you just broadcast it so people get people's attention, you see. So that's the attract part. Your email is the nurture part to build the know, like, and trust. To the point they say, wow, his email, his content tells me a lot. I've learned so much of Bhutan I never thought of and all those things. When it's time for me to get a package, I will find this guy. And because you send them email regularly, it's easier. Hey, remember this guy, or Lucky guy, or Jimmy guy? Let me check his email. You see Lucky Jimmy there? There you go.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Andrew, do you want to do a workshop for our 100X members, like a special workshop? Then everyone just come and learn from you. Are you interested in doing that?
Sure, why not? I mean, it's great to share. And I think it's also a good way to help the entrepreneurs. It's fun. Yeah, we can talk about it.
Sure. Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
So for the record, Alfred is actually our CEO of the 100X.
Hey, Alfred. Hey, by the way, I'll be speaking on this CDEC Yeah, there's e-commerce event. SIDEC is doing something. I think my slot is on the 14th. You
okay.
check SIDEC Facebook. That's on e-commerce.
It's IDEC.
SIDEC,
Okay.
Selangor Information Development, whatever, Digital Council and all those things.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you want, you can check that out. But yeah, we can talk about it, how to do a workshop for you guys. I'm fine. If you want to narrow down to specifics, better still, because I don't want to waste your time, and I'll make sure that I deliver value to you guys.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. Yep. If you want to talk to, or rather learn more from Andrew, or have him do your stuff, maybe by the time we finish discussing what that workshop will be, then we'll release it to you guys. So to get updates, sign up to our email, all right? So yeah, go to our website at 100xconnects.com, and then yeah, we will update you when Andrew's workshop is up and when we have discussed all the specifics. Okay, right. So we have a lot of interested here. So Jackie Lam says I registered. Yeah, Lucky Jimmy says I'd like to join. So yep.
Awesome,
so
guys.
thank you very much, Andrew. Let's speak again soon.
Yep, it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming in. Okay, right, guys. Thank you very much for all your comments here. If you like today's session, okay, spam the word value in the comments, right? Spam the word like, spam the like button, spam the love button, and share this live to as many people as you can that you think might have actually, what do you call this? What's the word already? Profit or benefit from our session today. Okay. Just to let you guys know, if this is your first time on this platform, you're not sure why Andrew is here and who am I and what is this 100x on the top here. Okay. I'm just gonna play a very short video just to let you guys know what is this 100x. So stay tuned. I will come back to you guys with a little bit more information on the things that yeah, there's a little more things I want to let you guys know basically after this video. Okay, enjoy.
Hello, welcome to the 100x Connects community. Let me take you through the 100x ecosystem. Step 1. Become a free or paid member. Step 2. Discover your passion by tuning into the 100x daily night sessions, chatting with other members in the 100x Discord community, and participate in 100x virtual summits. Step 3. Unleash your true potential by equipping yourself with 100x workshops and work with you challenges. Step 4. Begin your entrepreneurial journey by signing up for the Malaysia Ministry-endorsed 100x 100 Days Business Startup Challenge, seeking business advice, or enrolling in the Advanced Business Coaching for pitching and funding. Step 5. Being the country's best entrepreneur community, 100x has a wealth of resources such as business funding to accelerate your business, digital marketplaces to sell your products and services, and collaboration platforms to do networking and organize your favorite event, among many others. Furthermore, 100x will also create business opportunities. All these are easily accessible and convenient for 100x members. Step 6. In return, the 100x alumni hope to bring together like-minded people and provide mentoring, internship and career opportunities to help the network grow. Pillars are used to uphold purposes. At 100x, we believe that every entrepreneur should embark on a purposeful journey. 100x is built on 7 pillars: financial intelligence, fitness and wellness, business and entrepreneurship, sales and marketing, personal development, love and relationship, and hobbies and leisure. Sign up as a 100x member and start a purposeful journey.
Yep, right. So that is 100x, and I can't wait for you guys. If you're interested, just head on over to www.100xconnects.com and you can see the full range of what we do in a little bit more detail. Okay, and as usual, we are featuring a member every week, and today's member feature is, let me see if I can get it up or not. All right, so we're actually featuring one of our members. His name is called Michael Chan. Okay, so Michael Chan owns a company that is called MVP Advisory Solutions. Okay, so what does this company do? Is that they provide advisory for anything that's related to finance in terms of loan and yeah. So in terms of like loan, business loan, if you want to borrow money from the bank, this is not along, okay, this is real legit loans for businesses, SME loans and things like that, refinance, credit card. So if you have an issues with any of this, you're welcome to connect, and then I'll provide you more of information on how you can connect them. But right now, for this week only, they are providing a free CTOS checking. Okay. For any of your problems, if you want to check your CTOS just because you want to get loans for personal or for your business, okay, please do come and then a connect, and then the information is here in facebook.com/MAP Advisory Solutions. Okay, maybe you want to take up your phone to just snapshot, and or maybe write down their phone number and connect with them for your free CTOS check, and they will handle everything for you. You don't have to go to the bank. You don't have to check yourself. So much fun. You want to like fill out whatever form, they will handle everything for you. It's very easy as long as you fit this requirement. You're 21 years old above. You're employed. You're EPF. You have EPF, and you just show them your what do you call this, bank statement account. Right, it's very easy, and just final MVP Advisory Solution. Okay, facebook.com/MVP Advisory Solution. So this is where to check them out. Okay, and lastly, before we go, we have two really interesting sessions, workshops, and challenge that is coming up. Okay, I'll just play these two video and then we are done. Okay, don't miss out. And I will see you guys. There's another session tonight at 9 o'clock. So you might want to click on the bell button somewhere on the page. When each time we go live, you will know that we are going live. All right. And okay, so enjoy the videos and have a great Sunday.
Hi, do you want to mind shift your mind? Do you want to change the way you think? Hi, my name is Aaron Lee. I'll be speaking on behalf of 100X. For 2 hours, I'll be sharing with you how to shift your mind to achieve greater results. So within the 2 hours, I'll be talking about moving from a victim to a victor mindset. Not only the mindset itself, but also how to do it practically. How to have a growth mindset. I'm sure you have heard about growth mindset, but how do you actually practice it? And very importantly, I'll be sharing one of the key model, which is called the PRO model. How do you achieve the outcome that you always want to? How to be persistent, consistent, in a way achieving the outcome that you want. And this will be reviewed within the 2 hours when I talk about the PRO models. Last but not least, I'll be sharing a very interesting topic that talk about the poison. How do you poison yourself every day? How do we consistently poison ourselves every day? So the moment you stop that, it is the moment when you'll be shifting your mind from negativity to positivity, from cannot do to can do, from no result to achieving greater result. So I'll be seeing you in that 2 hour sessions. Looking forward to talk to you more. Take care now. Bye-bye.
I got no time to manage my money lah. Later lah, later. I've got a million of ideas on how to generate income and manage my money. But where am I going to start? Now here's how you can challenge yourself. Powered by 100X, we have come up with a 21 days bite-sized challenge whereby it's going to give you guidance on how you can build your financial awareness. Leverage on your current network, maximizing your skill sets, creating a financial action habits to know how to let money work for you. With just 5 to 15 minutes every single day, you'll be able to develop a whole new blueprint to help yourself to be more intelligent financially. Now, this is also going to help you to rediscover, hey, what's the hidden potential in you? Here's what our previous challenges have to say.
The most important thing is to find a group of people or like-minded people to be able to push you. The breakthrough that I got was that action is important and you need to actually start doing something, not just saying that you want to do it.
this 21 days challenge has helped me to understand my financial status better. Before that, I always find that I have to work, get for money, and yet I do not know how much actually expenses that I need to cover, and then how much is the income that I can actually offer.
For me myself, I only know how to save money, but along the way I find myself and I'm able to actually build a new pipeline according to what I am actually looking for.
The good thing that came out of it is now I'm a little more aware about my money habits. I also know how to figure out the triggers, also how to take action around them. For that, I'm very grateful. The two of them have provided a lot of support.
If you want to make a money habit change right now, sign up now and we will see you in our challenge.